Hi everyone. Sorry for the delay. I think something was happening with StreamYard, so I had to fix it real quick. I'd like to say thank you so much for coming in and watching this. Um, there's a lot that I want to talk about, and I'll be reading the comments to see what you guys are saying. My channel name is Real Talk Christina, and let me go ahead and look at these comments real quick. So right off the jump, we have What is Life, aka Stout. And he said, here we go with the wild feminist views. I mean, I'm not really sure if that's accurate because I'm only saying what I see in front of me and what I know, like my own views and beliefs. Um, Not everyone's going to agree with it. And then Joe said, hell no, woman ain't the prize. A woman's job is to top me off whenever I want. Wow. Joe, you are crazy. What is Life for Real? I didn't watch last night. Was it crazy? That was from H Way. Then he said women are not the prize, and you know who got triggered by that? And here we are with this podcast. I didn't get triggered. What is life? It's just that I can't like sit back and allow someone to talk about women the way that he did. I just can't. Thank you, What is Life, saying best of luck, but I know that you are pretty much just watching to see what I say and to kind of hold it against me at a later time. Hi, Eric. When I hear your voice, it makes me calm, like I don't want to go in on you. Then when I hear the comments, you be warning that smoke. I'm in the middle. Let's see how this pans out. Okay, what is life? So I guess you are just, you don't know how to feel. I understand. It's like a lot of times you don't agree with what I say, and I totally understand that. Oh, guys, I forgot. So I do want to be able to talk to you guys about this topic. So if anyone wants to jump on the panel, I'm going to go ahead and put the link right now. You can jump in or jump on at any time. I'll just have to keep putting the link up. Thank you, What is Life, for reminding me about that. I appreciate it. Okay, so let me add it right now. I'm just putting it in the chat. Okay, I just added it. Hopefully it shows up. Okay. So welcome in, everyone. Again, I really appreciate you being here. Yes, ma'am, I'll more than likely come on when I leave work in an hour. So what is life? I'm probably going to be on here for a couple of hours. I'm not sure how long, but for sure at least an hour to an hour and a half. Hi, Cray Cray. How are you? It's good to see you. So let's go ahead and get started. So, are women the prize? That is the topic for today. What do you guys think? Are men the prize? Hi, Bruce. I know I don't sound like DJ, right? I don't know if I can imitate DJ's voice. Hey, what's up, guys? I see I can't even do it. Hi, J Media. How are you? Okay, so if the audio sounds bad, please, guys, let me know in the chat so I can fix it. Sometimes it sounds low. How are you, Bruce? It's good to see you. So, now I know that women are the prize. Hold on. Bruce said, does not concern himself. A tiger does not prowl the jungle concerned. Okay, thank you, Cray Cray. So, what is life? Said, men are absolutely the prize. We're the providers. Yes, I agree with that. Yes, women give birth, but you need the seed of life, sperm, to do so. That's true. Men are also protectors. Without a man, a woman is physically vulnerable. Everything you said, what is life, is accurate. But the way that I think about women, I have a high value of women. Oh, here we go. Here comes Roy. Oh no. Here he comes. This is the guy that we were talking to yesterday about this. And this is what got me, it got me upset because he was talking bad about women, in my opinion. But at the same time, like, he's allowed his opinion. So I can't even really get mad at him. Hi, Nab. Can you not see the chat, Nab? Okay, so I value women very highly because, of course, I am a woman. I'm going to think highly of myself and other women. That's just how it is. Hi, DJ. So when I think of a woman, I think of a beautiful human being, a woman that can, not all women can give birth. So I'm not discrediting the women that can't give birth. That's out of their control. And I feel sad about that for them because some women really want to give birth, but carry a child, but they can't. But I think of a woman that can give birth, carry the child for 9 months, can provide a family for the man if she's still with that man. Hopefully she is, because it's better with two parents. I also think of a woman as a nurturer, like a mother, motherly person. Someone that's caring, hopefully respectful. Not all women are respectful. Someone that's confident, someone that's determined and strong. There's so many things that I see in a woman because I see that in myself and way much more than I can describe. And I'm just visualizing a average woman. And I'm not talking about the bad women. There's a lot of bad women. I'm talking about a good woman. So I'm going by my own personal experience, what I've seen with my own two eyes, and you know, what I've seen growing up. Like I have examples of like my mom, my grandma, my aunts, my best friends, my best friend's mother. So I have these examples of what a woman should be, and most of these women are like traditional women. They don't do they don't do things like what a bad woman would do, like go sleep around with a lot of guys and be dishonest, cheating on her man, wearing short shorts and like provocative clothes and all kinds of things, like doing bad things, doing drugs, drinking a lot, alcohol problem. So many things that bad women can do versus a good woman. And that's what I'm talking about, a good woman. So let me look at the comments real quick just to see what you guys are saying, because I haven't even looked. Let's see. I value woman too. Thank you, DJ. Real Talk with Roy is on here. If y'all want to go check out his channel, he is unfiltered. So he says whatever is on his mind, which is actually great. But I just didn't agree with what he said yesterday. Neither is less valuable than the other. So I'll go into that, Bruce, of what I mean by women are the prize. Yes, I believe in the family unit, Bruce. Hi, Maverick. Hi, Concrete. I don't know if, am I saying that right? Conqueef? Wait, is it Conquifador? Such a long name. Roy was preaching facts. The feminists would go crazy to hear you say good woman. See, that's the thing. I don't know if I'm considered a feminist because I'm just standing up for what I think is right. So if somebody was talking really bad about a man that I knew was a good man, I would say, you can't talk about him like that. Like I would defend him. Unless they told me, no, you don't understand. This guy is really bad. Look at, I mean, these are all the things he did. Then, okay, he would be a bad man. Maverick, he went to sleep. Men are the prize. A good woman is a treasure. So you agree with me? What is life, or you're not? J Media, you missed it all. You should rewatch the last live. Roy came on. Maverick said, one area I want to bring up is area of feminism, which guys often blame on women, but other feminist policies and interests was created and brought by men beginning decades ago. I agree, Maverick. Men are the prize. A good woman is a treasure, meaning they're harder to find than bad ones, since they are so rare. When do you find one? It's like treasure. We still the prize, though, H-way. Hi, Regis. You're eating dried mango? I don't agree with you, but I do agree that there's a difference between good and bad women. That's the point, Nab. He said me personally, I just could never imagine being the type of guy that ridicule women. That's the thing. I still don't understand why men sit there and talk so badly about women. If you're bitter, or if you've had a bad experience with women before, one woman or many women, and then you talk bad about women, it's going to be harder for you to find somebody in the future because of your mindset. You're bitter and you're upset about what happened. You're going to have to move on because there are good women out there. Just don't talk bad about women in general. Roy is very charismatic indeed, but certain areas are inconsistent. He speaks on from a purely philosophical angle. Philosophical angle. My grandmother served 72 Christmas dinners. I will not stop my adventure for a woman who is not interested in that. Yeah, Bruce, that's what I'm used to. Todd said men are the prize. Maverick said the chain smoking Roy does is very old school radio show. Like though he is set for radio industry. Because look at how women are behaving 2024. How could you not call them out on their faults when everywhere you turn, they're talking shit about how hard it is to find a good man? So what is life? It is hard to find a good man. Because nowadays, there's a lot of men that want to take advantage of you. You know, they just want one thing. They don't want to be in a serious relationship, so they lead you on for a couple of years. Then they wind up not even wanting to marry you. So you spent like 4 years with somebody and they never ask you to marry them. I used to actually think like Roy, but then I got sober. With the help of my wife and self-reflection, my perspective has changed. I also don't get my views from what I see on the internet as well. Yeah, you can't. Roy is going based off of social media. You can't go based off of that. And he's saying, you can't, he's telling me that I can't go based off of my own experiences. I can do that. That's actually better to go off of my own experiences because I know what happened. I experienced it, or my friend experienced it, or my mom experienced it. I know what happened from beginning to end. It's not something that is made up in social media, something that they portray it to be when it's not real. Women Are the Queens if OnlyFans, a website where people primarily show themselves naked or F for cash. How can we not ridicule them? See, what is life? That's talking about women that do those type of things. I'm talking about the average good woman, not bad women. What comment, Nab? What did you say? I read most of all the comments. Okay. I think the bitterness comes from the million and one things a man has to do to get a woman. Meanwhile, a woman just has to show up. So, Nab, that's true because women do have it on easy mode. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, they just go into a relationship. The man does most of the work. He courts her. He asks her, do you want to be my girlfriend? Takes her on dates. Sometimes, if he chooses, he buys her things, pays for the date, pays for the food, sometimes helps with her bills if she needs help. If he decides to help her, he doesn't have to, he's not obligated. There's so many things that a man does on his end, and the woman, yes, she just shows up. And it's kind of like a free ticket, but we we also can do these things ourselves. So if there's like a single woman and she has to obviously work to provide for herself, and then she meets somebody, the man feels obligated to do all those things to be with her. and then she accepts him, and they're together. So if he offers, okay, I want to pay for this, I want to do this for you, I want to take you out on a date or to a movie, is she supposed to say no? Don't do those things? She's going to accept all of that because he's offering that to her. Now, she can't take advantage of him because when that's the thing, a lot of women do take advantage of men, and you have to know the difference. You have to figure that out on your own as a man. If she is taking advantage of you, you're buying her all these things, you're taking her out on dates, and you're not getting anything in return, you're not getting any affection, you're not getting love, then you probably should end things with her because she's just using you. So I read your comment, Nab. Don't get mad. The dating, Todd Johnson said, and I'm pretty sure that's Maverick's brother. To me, they look alike, but I don't know. The dating market is really hard these days. Most girls these days don't want serious relationships, only one-night stands or dating for a few weeks or months. Todd, I'm not sure where you meet women at or where you've seen this at, because where I'm at, most women, they are looking for love. They're looking for serious relationships. There are a few, of course, they're going to be looking for one-night stands because they're not serious and they got many different men to choose from. But that's up to that individual. We're not all the same. That's the point. We're all probably going to be different. They wouldn't be doing it unless we didn't fund it. Furby Drainer said, "Hi Furby. You can't generalize based on the actions of some. There's good and bad in everyone. Social media has a huge impact when it comes to the dating world." That's true. Love from a man to a woman is free. Love from a woman to a man costs money. No, Nab, that's not true. So you think you're making it look like women are gold diggers and that's all they want from a man. They just want their money. Just money hungry. That's not it. When I'm looking for a man, I'm not thinking about, oh, how much money does he have? Does he have any stocks? I mean, I wonder how much he makes in a year. That's not what I think about. When I'm looking at a man and I'm attracted to him, I'm thinking about how attractive he is. Or like there's chemistry there. Or I love his personality. I love his smile. So those are things that I look for. I do not look for money. I don't think of men as dollar signs. See, real talk with Roy. Roy, he's making me laugh because he's talking in the third person again. Roy bases what he sees in all areas. Social media is just what is the main source of what you see. That's not true, Roy. Isn't it better to go by your own personal experiences? I mean, what's more real than that? Because anyone can make a video and say, this is what happened to me. I can make a video right now and tell you this whole story like of a lie. This guy broke up with me. He took all my money. He took my car. He took my house. And I can really sell it and you would believe it, right? And you would think the man was a horrible person. That's what happens. So, there's a lot of people that make videos for content and for views. Just like that Cheesecake Factory girl. That wasn't real. That was all staged. Yeah, you did the third person again. Let me put if anyone wants to join, I'm going to periodically put the link up. if anyone wants to come on here and debate me or just discuss this topic, you're free to join anytime. Just click the link, okay? And if it doesn't work, if you're on the phone, you might have to type it in manually. What is life said? That sounds like more so anecdotal experience rather than factual. Just because your family experienced it doesn't mean the other population of women did, Christina. You can only talk about good women. But that's what I'm talking about. What is life? I am defending the good women. I don't want men to talk badly about women and make all women bad, look bad. Like they think all women are trash. All women are, sluts, 304s, whatever you want to call it. That's not okay. Because I want a man to actually look for true love, not look at a woman and objectify her or say, man, she's probably a slut. I'm not going to even try. Look what she's wearing. She's wearing a shirt that's like very short, like a midriff. She's wearing, a skirt, and high heels. Like, she's got to be a slut. I don't even want to approach her. I don't want guys to think that way. I kind of want guys to think like with a fresh slate and say, you know what? She might be somebody I want to go on a date with, maybe get to know her better. I want to be open that something can happen. I don't want to just, look at a woman and automatically think bad things about her because of everything that I see or hear about on social media. No, that's not how it should be. And I think that's what's happening a lot. And that's not good. This is all about all women. A good woman deserves easy mode. I agree, H-Way. I'm surprised you even said that. Women have it easy because men are easy. Is that true, Regis? I don't know if men are easy. Just like the black versus white debate, we can't just talk about the bad black population. We look at the 14 million total blacks. Right? What is life? But I can't look at all the women. Like, if I look at the statistics and I break it down between men and women, you want me to look at all those women? That's a lot of women. I cannot, there's no way I can think of their personality and their views on each individual woman. I'm going based off the women that I've seen, the women that I personally know, how they live, how they act, how they think, and that's the best way. Your own personal views and experiences. Just like you guys have your own views on women because of what you've dealt with in the past or what you think about them. It just comes in your head, like that's just what you think. You can't help it. Thank you for agreeing with me that women are evil, Christina. Nab, see, you don't make any sense because you say women are evil, but you love women so much. And you do have a girlfriend, or fiance. I think it's your fiance. So if women were so evil, why would you even want a woman in your life? You would want to be single, right? If they're that evil. Conqueef said, also, Roy, that wasn't an attack towards you. We just have different perspectives. So Conqueef, I know you were busy working yesterday, but you didn't say much. You were just saying that you have a good wife, and I understand it, and that's great. And you said that she helped you in many ways. That's all I really heard you say. So you didn't really answer the question like, I mean, I guess you did. You said women are the prize. I think you said women are the prize because your wife is a prize to you. J Media said, do you all ignore how sex is related to all of this talk. Sheesh. Yes, so of course, that's common sense. Sex is part of relationships, of course. But that's not what I'm specifically talking about. I'm talking about women in a whole, like how they are. A woman a woman is like a cat, Todd said. Just has to look good. So it's all about looks. Khan, I don't take anything personally, bro. And do nothing. So Todd, women are like a cat and they just have to look good and do nothing? No. See, women have a lot of value, and that's what you guys are missing. Like, you have to understand what I'm saying, you have to actually respect women first. Start there. Think about if if you know somebody like a good woman in your life, like your aunt or your mom or your grandma or even your best friend's mom, and you think that they're the greatest person. They're a great woman. They cook, they clean, they always have a smile on their face, they treat you really well, they're respectful. Those are the type of women I'm talking about. They don't just sit there and do nothing. There's a purpose for them, and there's a purpose for me and many other women, and that's what I want people to see. And you guys just miss the point, and you guys think that I'm a feminist, I hate men, and that is not true at all. Like, I love men, love men. So I would talk just as good about men as I do it for women, but I'm not a man, so I can't really elaborate on men so much, only from the other side. Let me read these comments real quick. What is life said and have a PUSS? That's crazy. What is life? And a million days later, she got free food and gifts, and he's bitter. So, Nab, are you bitter because you had to pay for free food and gifts? Because that's not how it works. So, if you're paying for free food and gifts, and she's giving you nothing in return, that's a one-sided relationship then you need to get out of that. But if she's in return providing you sex, a clean home, she's helping you out with a second income, like she's working, she's doing all these things for you, she's showing you affection, so you're getting stuff in return, obviously, because you're still in the relationship. I am taking notes. Good stuff. Thank you, DJ. Don't get mad too late. Nab, why do you get mad so easily? I don't understand. I'm just speaking facts. The thing is, if you can't handle the truth, then it's not going to work, because what I'm telling you is from my heart and what I know from experience. Nobody has to agree with me. Nobody said for you to take this information and, do what I say. No, you can choose to do whatever you want, but I want to wake people up and say, hey, there's a good woman for you. There's a good woman that is ready to love you with all her heart, and you are the only one for her. She doesn't want to see anybody else but you. She will not cheat on you. She will be loyal. She will cook and clean for you. She will add another income. So if you're making 50,000 and she's making 50,000, or one's making more than the other, you guys are going to make 100K every year. You're just going to build together. If she already has a house and you have an apartment and y'all move in together, you just got a new house that's already paid for, or she's paying on it already, and you can help pay for it. You guys can help each other. You got to think of it in a different light, not in a bad light, because women can do many things for you. I mean, she can provide sex. She can provide you children if you want a child and she wants a child too. She can provide your whole family. 1 to all the way up to 7 if you wanted. If you wanted 7 kids, that's a lot of kids, but if you wanted that many and you guys decide on it, she can provide that for you. She can provide you a whole new family, her side of the family. Your mother-in-law, father-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, you get it. So there's so many good things that a woman could provide when you add her to the picture. But you have to be open to it. If you say all women are bad, I don't even want to try. I'm just going to sit at home. You know, I'm just going to watch corn all day because that's all I have and I don't really even want to. I already know how they are. They're bad. There's not a good woman out there. Then you're not going to be able to meet anyone if you don't change your mindset. That's all I'm asking. If you can just try it, just be open to the idea. And if it doesn't work out, then that's fine. Maybe it's better for you to just be single. You don't have to be with all these bad women. You make that decision on your own as a man. You are the man. So you figure out, do I want to be with this person or do I not? Look how she's treating me. Look how she's dressing. Look how she's acting. Then you don't have to be with her. That's your personal choice, just as like it is for the woman. Let's see who's trying to come on. Hi, Nab.
What's up, Christina?
How are you?
Oh, I'm great. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm so happy to see you here.
Okay, thank you.
When we had the live last night, you were just getting up, right, in the morning?
Yeah, that's the first thing I saw. I woke up like 4 a.m. So yeah, I think y'all were maybe about 45 minutes left when I first got on.
Every time you come in, like when we're almost ready to like leave for the night, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's Nab. That's how I know it's like super early in the morning. It's like 5 a.m. or something. It's gotta be.
Yeah, my sleeping hours are different than most people.
So welcome in, welcome everybody. Hit the like and subscribe for us. This is DJ's channel, but we're just talking about this topic. The topic is, are women the prize? And what do you think about this, Nab?
Okay, let me ask you a question. In 2024, do you think most households are 50-50 on the bills or just one income?
Because of everything that's happened recently with the pandemic, it's probably changed it. I'm guessing, I don't know the truth, but I'm guessing it's probably 50-50 right now because we're all trying to just figure it out. With everything so high, I mean, we're pretty much trying to survive, like financially. But even though that I believe that a man should pay for everything, that he's obligated to, he doesn't have to do it if he doesn't want to. Then, and in this time, to be honest, I kind of got in the, even though I think that way, I've got in the situation to where I'm helping as well. So I still think the same way, but I'm even doing it. I'm even helping, and I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But what do you think about that same question towards you?
Yeah, I mean, I pay all the bills, right, in my household. But I'm just curious because, I mean, I see a lot of women online saying that they would never pay any bills. It just seems like, I don't know, is that the norm? I thought that was a luxury if a woman didn't pay any bills. Is that not a luxury?
It's very much a luxury, and the man doesn't have to. I mean, if the woman says you have to pay all my bills or it's not going to work, it's going to be over. The man can choose for it to be over or for him to be like, okay, I guess I'll do it. But what if he didn't agree to that? What if his views are not in line with hers? And he's like, no, you have to pay 50%. There's no way I can provide, like I can pay for everything. I'm not making enough to pay for all the bills. You have to help me. And if she says, okay, I'll help you, then it's fine. But if she's one of those women that say, no, I'm not doing it, this is a deal breaker, then it's not going to work. But it is a luxury because You got to think, when a woman, like you said, it's easy mode. I think you said that, or somebody else said that. I'm not sure. But a woman just comes in the relationship, right? And the man does everything for her. So everything's pretty much free. She doesn't have to pay for anything, right? She just has to give her time and energy to the man. But he can choose if he wants that or not. But you can't have it one-sided. That's the problem. A lot of men are getting it one-sided and they're not getting anything in return. That's what you call what? A simp, which I'm not even used to that word.
I will say I think women do pay, just not with money, but they pay in other ways, right?
With sex.
No, no, no. What I'm saying is like, they pay with their time, you know, with the effort, the brain power, things like that. They're basically running the home. They turn a house into a home.
That's what I just said, time and energy. But
Okay.
they can give time, energy, they can give sex, obviously, because that's part of it. And they can also provide you with children if that's even what you want. You don't have to have kids if you don't want to. But you got to think both people are giving something. It's not supposed to be one-sided, but it is sometimes, and that's the sad part. That's what you don't want in your relationship. You want both people to be happy, right? If the
That's
woman is
ideal.
not, yeah, and if what if a woman is not giving you sex at all? She's literally, it's been 3 weeks and nothing. Wouldn't you be very unhappy with that?
Well,
Wouldn't
it
you just be like,
depends.
I want to leave?
It depends. Are you saying girlfriend or wife?
Girlfriend.
Well, she's under no obligation. It's her choice. I mean, I wouldn't be happy about it, but she's not obligated to do it.
But wouldn't you think I could just go find somebody else right now? I could just break up with her and just literally go find someone.
No, not if I was committed to her. I would ask her, and I would ask her, why isn't she doing it? Let me ask you, as a woman, if a woman doesn't do it for 3 weeks, a lot of guys, what they say is she's cheating on you. Do you think that's the case?
I think there's a high possibility that she is because,
Dang.
women and men, they they both crave the intimacy. Like they both need it. I mean, if you go so long without it, there's just something that makes you feel like, okay, it's time. I want to do this with him. But if he doesn't want to do it, then you can't. Just the same with a male wants it from a woman and she doesn't want to.
Oh, nah. If she wants to do it and he doesn't, I don't know. He might have like, I don't know, the bubonic plague or something. I don't know. He might be ill because
Something wrong with him. So
guys are
you're
always
saying,
guys are always down to do it. Guys don't usually reject the woman, right? Would you agree with that?
but what if he has a lot of stress and he's working a lot and he just doesn't have the time?
Okay, that's great for maybe 1 or 2 nights, but I mean, men need it. They're not gonna if the woman's initiating every night and he says no every night. I mean, that's very strange. I'm just gonna say that.
That's true. But what about if you were married to her and she just was not doing anything for 3 weeks? What would you think
All
about
right.
that?
Well, I'm gonna just keep it simple. If I'm not mistaken, that is grounds. That's grounds for divorce, is it not?
Oh my gosh. You
Isn't it?
think, I mean,
I'm saying
I
legally.
I agree with you. Like I feel like, to me, I think that I can just like end it with you if you don't want to be intimate
No.
with me.
Okay, but do you agree that like legally that is one of the reasons that they'll let you divorce someone for that, right?
No. Is that a
No,
thing?
it is. Yes, yes. That's one of the reasons why. Yes.
What is it? What is it under?
All
Because I've
right.
never heard of it.
It's if the because you got to realize, right? Let's say the woman doesn't want to do it, right? What is the man gonna do if he cheats? That's grounds for divorce too. He can't cheat on her. So what is he supposed to do? Just be in a sexless marriage?
Nab, you're saying stuff that's not factual, and that's what I don't want to do. That is not part of a legal process
Okay.
at all.
Well,
Divorce. You can go like you can feel like you need to cheat, and that'll be adultery. But we're not talking about that. But there's nothing in the law book saying, "Oh, she doesn't want to give it up for 3 weeks." Yeah, just go ahead and divorce her. It's fine. You're winning. This is open and
let's
shut
slow down.
case.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said.
You said if she didn't want to give it up for 3 weeks, that's grounds legally.
It
You
is.
said legally.
I didn't say I would do it. I'm just saying legally that is grounds for divorce, though. That's one of the reasons you're allowed to divorce someone.
No, it's not, Nab. Where are you getting this from?
Oh wow. I thought this was known. Okay, never mind.
Are you talking about adultery? Because that's when
No.
you go and choose to cheat
Okay,
and you
so
get caught.
all right, fine. So what would you do if you're a man, right? And your wife just didn't want to do it for months and months. What would you do?
If it was months and months and she didn't want to give me any sex, I would be very mad, and I would kind of think that she's cheating automatically. And if not, something's really wrong with our marriage and we need to figure it out. We need to go to marriage counseling to see what is wrong. How can I fix this? I will try to fix it. But if she just comes out and says, I'm not attracted to you anymore, I don't want to have sex with you, that's why I haven't had sex with you for 3 weeks, it would be over. We would have to get a divorce. But you got to understand, we're in agreement
Wait a
here,
minute.
right? Sex
Wait a minute.
is important.
I'm sorry. Did you just say if you were a man and your wife didn't have sex with you, you would divorce her?
If it's been 3 weeks, I would think that she was cheating on me, and I would go to marriage counseling and try to fix it and try to see why is she doing this. And if she just tells the counselor, hey, I'm not attracted to him anymore, then it would be over. Because obviously she's not attracted to me. It's not going to work.
I mean, I don't think so. I think, people get angry sometimes. They need distance. You know what I mean? I think things like that can fix themselves.
I mean, maybe over a little bit of time, but there's only a certain amount of time you're willing to work on something before you decide, okay, that's it. I don't want to try anymore. I'm ready to just start new. But
Right.
at least you and I agree on one thing, that sex is very, very important for a relationship or a marriage.
Of course.
Why
Shit.
wouldn't it be, right?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I've always thought that. But so I don't think you answered my question, or I don't think I've asked the question.
Okay.
Do you think women are the prize, or do you think men are the prize?
Oh shit. Damn.
Why are you laughing?
Because all right. I'm gonna just say that it could be the man, it could be the woman, it could be either one, and I just want everyone to live in peace and harmony.
Okay. So you want us to live in harmony? The problem is that men have to see women in a respectful way. They have to respect women. Would you say that you respect women, Neb?
Of course.
Then why do you always say stuff about women?
Okay, so Christina, I think you take my my like sarcastic comments as serious sometimes. I'm gonna just be real with you.
So none of that is true. You're just messing with me?
I would say 95% of the time, yes. I'm simply just making a joke. All right.
But I believe in everything you say, though.
Okay. Give me an example. Give me an example.
Like when you say, like, there's a lot of bad women out there. Like, and then I'll say something about a woman and you just disagree with me. Like, always try to say good things about women. Do you ever hear me bashing men at all for this whole time that I've been on DJ's channel for over a year? I've never bashed men.
Okay. I will say that I've never heard you bash men, right? But your stance is the woman is the prize. So what does that mean?
The thing is, here's the thing, I'm not even used to hearing the word prize. These are all weird things for me. I don't want to even use the word prize.
Okay, you did say that earlier though.
Yeah, but that was the topic. I have to stick to the topic. Mm-hmm. But in general, for me, I would say, who is more valuable? That would make more sense than prize. I don't use the word prize only when I'm at a carnival winning a prize.
Okay, who's more valuable?
To me, I think women are more valuable because we provide a lot. But at the same time, men are valuable too, of course, because they're the providers. If it wasn't for the providers, we, we would be homeless pretty much because we're in a family, right? And he's the one that goes out. He works like 60 hours or more sometimes. He brings all the money in. He brings a lot of money in. He works
You know,
hard. He's a hardworking man.
uh-huh.
And he also provides you safety
All
for the
right,
family, for the
Christina,
whole family.
I'm really not trying to get into this because I'm a married man. I'm really not trying to get into this, but I'm going to just say that you're saying you're not bashing men. You're saying men are important, but did you say women are more valuable?
To me, they are. But that
Okay.
doesn't mean that, wait, that doesn't mean,
Can I
see,
just say one? Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing, Christina. Did you just say that without the man, the woman would be homeless?
she would be homeless if they lived together, yes. And
Okay,
if he
so
didn't
with
work.
that, hold on. With that being said, how could the man possibly not be more valuable?
I'm saying to me, I feel like women are more valuable.
Okay,
To
fine.
me, that's my view. That doesn't mean men are less valuable. That doesn't mean men are nothing. I'm saying both have value. But in my
Good
eyes, I think a
afternoon,
woman is more
good afternoon,
valuable.
y'all. How's it
Thank you.
going? Good
Hi,
afternoon.
Welcome,
Roy.
Roy. How you doing, Roy?
Here comes trouble.
I'll be right back.
This
I'll
is
be
the
right back.
man that I was upset with yesterday.
I mean, that was wild. I watched the whole live. I watched it on replay. That was wild.
Yes. So I'm assuming Roy still thinks the same, of course. Nothing's changed his mind over one night, overnight.
I think his stance is men are more valuable. Your stance is women are more valuable.
Yes, but remember, none of our opinions, our views are considered right. It depends on the viewer, what they agree with and what they don't agree with. But why did you get so offended when I said that, Nab?
It's not it's not a thing of getting offended. It's just in one moment you're saying I'm not bashing men, then the next moment you say women are more valuable. Is that not bashing men?
That's not bashing men at all because I'm not talking bad about men in any sort of way. I am saying my viewpoint. What, Roy?
Oh, nothing. That was just the radio.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was you.
Yeah, welcome, Jeremiah.
Okay.
Hi, Jeremiah.
Okay. So can I say something? Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Christina, you're still contradicting yourself. Same as last night. You sit there and you said that it's not about the money, that the man has the money, the blah blah blah. But then you turn around and say, I expect a man to pay for everything. So which one is it? Is there it's not about the money, or is it about I expect the man to pay for everything? You're contradicting yourself when you
Christina,
say that.
No, I'm not
Christina,
trying to contradict myself. I'm
before
saying
you
it plain
answer,
and clear.
Christina, before you
Yes.
answer, I just want you to know, if you didn't know, there's nothing wrong with wanting a woman for the man to pay for everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, Nab. This is what's expected of a man. Listen, Roy, you don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to pay for shit.
But that's why you got it mistaken. Based on whose standards is it that everything is expected to
I'll
be
answer that.
paid for by the man?
Your own,
Roy.
Roy.
And well, wait a minute. If it is expected for the man to have everything just to be able to take care of a woman, that automatically makes the man the prize. Because without all those things, he doesn't have any choice on who he gets to choose as his mate.
Bro, are we back to this prize argument again?
Jeremiah.
But that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Jeremiah, who do you think is the prize?
Dude, I think whoever is the one trying to obtain said quote unquote prize is the one trying to pursue. So that outlines it just like that. The analogy I gave yesterday was like at a carnival, or I think Dennis gave it. If you're trying to win the big bear, to you that big bear is the prize. Like I don't care what you do. Like if you try to, get your money up or try to rig the system, whatever it may be, that thing is the prize to you. So it depends on perspective.
Exactly. It's all about your perspective on things.
Yeah,
And
and
that's
guess
what I'm
who's
trying to
pursuing? And
explain
guess
to
who's
Roy.
pursuing? And guess who is on the internet? Like I said, what we see, the amount of women we see on the internet. Who is pursuing who? The women are pursuing these high dollar, high value men. So once again, what that's like the carnival, right? So if we just hung the high value men up instead of the teddy bears, who's going to be throwing the darts? The women are the ones throwing the
Yeah.
darts because they're the ones that are pursuing all these high dollar men because they think that they deserve to be taken care of.
Roy, not every
So,
woman is out looking for a man that has a lot of money. A woman is out there looking for love sometimes. I have gone out
okay.
there in the dating
Oh my
world,
God.
not even looking for any type of money whatsoever, and I found a man that didn't make a lot of money, and that was okay. I had
Oh
no
my God.
issues.
But Christina, once again, you're basing it on your personal experience. You're not
That's
basing
the
it on
best
the
way.
you're doing it. You're trying to base your argument on the exception and not the rule. You can't base
Yeah.
everything. You can't base everything that's going on in the world right now by just your experience. You have to go by the combined experience of what's going on in the world, not just of how you have how you've been affected by it. We're talking in
Roy,
general. In general, what's the issue? These women are out here trying to find these men that have money because they don't want to help provide for the household. That is the majority of what we are seeing. But because you feel that's not you, but that then our argument is invalid, and it's not.
so Roy, you can't go based off of social media ever. You can't go based on that. That's not real. You have to go based on what you see in front of you and your own personal experience or
Oh, so
what's around you.
you're telling me all these women on social media, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, they're just all a bunch of liars, is what you're saying. You're saying
Roy,
that the
most
fact
of
that
that,
80%, no, hold on a second. You're saying that 80% of the women that initiate divorce, they're just lying. Is that what you're saying?
Roy, you know people go out there and they make content for views. Do you think that Cheesecake Factory video was real?
Okay,
It's all fake. You can tell it's
okay.
fake.
If
Be
it's not
real.
true, once again, if it's not a true situation, then why are 80% of women initiating divorces if they're not after something?
Because it doesn't work out, Roy. Roy, do you ever understand that maybe the man messed up, he cheated or whatever, and she said, I just can't fucking take this anymore. I'm
Oh, okay,
divorcing this
so
man.
now you're just trying to blame it all on men.
I'm saying, what if something happened? What if she was unhappy? What if she
And
wanted
if you
somebody else?
also if you look at the statistics of why women are filing for divorce, it's because they sit there and use the excuse that they're not emotionally compatible anymore is one of the highest reasons that they give as an excuse for why they want a divorce. That doesn't sound like a man problem. That sounds like a woman problem, not a
Roy,
man problem.
me and you are the opposite. I defend women and you are defending men to no end. You've got to open your eyes to
So no,
possibilities that men are not perfect
I
either.
defend everybody. No, Christina, I defend everybody. And Cray Cray will tell you, I've defended a shit ton of women on YouTube and stuff like that. I defend everybody. You're trying to defend women based on your own experience and not the whole totality of what we are currently seeing in society. And you can't base an argument on that. I can't base an argument on what has happened in me and what I've done in my life and try to apply it as the whole world is how that is. You can't do that. You can't do that.
You can't tell me what I can and cannot do. These are my
Well, okay,
views. You can agree,
you can do it,
you
but
can
it makes
agree
your
to
argument
disagree.
it almost makes your argument invalid at that point because you're only looking
No,
at it from your angle and not the
it's
angle of the
only
whole world.
invalid. It's only invalid to you. There's people that agree with me. There's people that disagree with me, and it's okay. It doesn't bother me. You're allowed to have your own views. That's fine.
Exactly.
I'm just here to open your eyes to possibilities that there's a good woman out there. That's my point. There's good
Of
women out
course.
there. That's all I want you to remember. That's it.
Of
I'm
course.
not
I never
saying
said there
nothing
weren't
bad about men.
I never said there weren't good. See, and that's another thing. You keep putting these words out like I said that all women are bad. Not one time last night did I say all women are bad or this or that, or I never agreed
Roy,
that there are good women out there. So what do you
Roy, you were implying heavily that women are trash. What are you talking about? Are you kidding me?
Come on, see,
You
you going that
you did
you
not
felt that I
stop.
was
You
implying
were
that.
actually
So
bashing
once again,
women. You were
so once again, you're
bashing
basing
women.
no, Christina. Once again, you're basing it on what you thought I did, not of the whole conversation or what we were talking about, just what you thought I was implying. Not everybody thinks
Nope.
that I was implying that women are
Boy,
trash.
nope.
Come on,
Nope. I
come on,
call it like
Christina.
I see it. I
Okay,
don't do
but
the BS shit. I don't do BS. It is what it is. I'm not
Wait, so
gonna pretend.
Christina, what was the topic like today? Like, was it just about love in general, or what specifically?
No, it's the same topic. Are women the prize? It's the
Well, I
same
mean,
topic.
I guess we're not gonna get anywhere like in the conversation because
no,
like everyone's
no.
gonna like stay in their like position pretty much.
Yeah,
You're
but
not
you
gonna get.
know,
Everybody has their own opinions on it, and this and that. So it's a good little argument. It comes in good for if you really want a good, nice conversation. But at the end of the day, it's still everybody's own opinion. It doesn't really matter what I think, what she thinks, what you think. It really doesn't matter.
exactly. It's for anyone I'm welcome to everyone to disagree with me, and that's okay. I can handle it. But I keep going back to that same point, Jeremiah, that I want every man to know that there are good women out there. I'm gonna keep repeating it. There's a good woman out there for you. You can find true love if you're open to it. Don't think all women are sluts. They're not. They're not. Don't generalize. That's the problem that I have. I hear a lot of men talking shit about women, and it makes me mad because they don't know. They don't understand. That's
Okay, you
my
know why?
point.
But Christina, you got to understand why are they talking like this about women? Because it's from their own personal experience with women. Okay, you say that you're this type of woman, right? When you go to the
Yes.
bar and you approach a woman, how do you know what kind of woman that is that you would want to pick her to be your wife? You can't figure out a true person's motive or true person's feelings until you get deep into something or whatever the case may be. So going on face value of what we see on social media and other platforms and everything else and other men's experience, they have seen that fact that they have went out of their way to do these things for women and has still been burned by women. So
So
that
initially, when you're at the bar, you see a good-looking woman, you go up to her, you say, "How are you doing?" You start off with the courting process. You get to know her over the phone. You go on dates. You decide, do I have chemistry with this person? I think that she could be
let me
the one after
here,
6 months or so.
okay, I'm gonna equate my theory of what dating is like nowadays in our current situation. Dating right now is like two politicians. You're going to say and do whatever you think it is that's going to excite that person enough to vote for you. And then from what I've seen and what other men's experiences are and females' experiences, that politician is nothing but a fucking liar, just like we deal with the politics we have today. So pretty much when it comes to dating, you're just trying to convince that person that you're the best politician, you're the best person for this job, you're the best for this job. And if you make the wrong choice, and so far, 80% of the men have made the wrong choice because 80% of the women are causing the divorces. So once again, it doesn't sound like a man
Roy,
problem to me. It sounds like a woman
Roy,
problem.
you can decide if you want to leave at any time. You are not stuck there. You can leave if you're not happy. That's your
Oh, sure,
choice.
you
You're
could.
a
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You're a
you can
man.
leave there. You can leave at any time. God forbid if you've had a child. God forbid you have a home together. God forbid you
You can
have
still
anything. Because
leave.
guess what?
You're
She's
not
gonna get
stuck.
half of it. She's gonna get half of it,
If
right?
the
She's
judge,
gonna get half of everything you
yeah,
busted your ass for. Is that
that's what
fair?
happens when you get married. Then don't get married, Roy. Don't get married if you want half your assets to go away. If it doesn't work out, you're going into a relationship thinking this is going to work out for the rest of my life. I'm having this one woman. If it doesn't work
And
out,
guess
that's
what?
what happens.
Guess
You
what?
split it 50-50.
80% of the men have had to learn the hard way that no matter how much you provide, no matter how much you do for a woman, she's still going to divorce you whenever she feels like it. So 80% of it is initiated by women. So does that, once again, is that a man problem or a woman problem?
That's trial and error. You go through life and you figure things out and you say, what? I can't
That's
do that.
all
I'm
good.
not going to do this again.
Yeah,
You
it's
were
all good.
thinking of it in a
The
bad
men aren't the one.
view.
The men aren't the ones that are having the problem. It's the women. It's not
Roy,
the
you
men's
don't,
aren't the ones
Roy,
having the
do
problem.
you know the real reason why it didn't work out? You don't know. So what is the real reason why it didn't work? That's the problem.
Because if you look at the statistics, the main reason that women are asking for divorces is because they feel they are no longer emotionally compatible with the person. That's their reasoning. It's in writing.
Okay,
That's
then
the
it didn't
reason.
work out, Roy. It didn't work out. Oh well, move on. It didn't work. You can find somebody else that's better.
And that's why marriage is not a prize to a man.
And
Getting
that's
married to
your
a woman
opinion.
is not a prize to a man, because
Yes, that's your
a man
opinion.
loses a man loses more hoping that he picked the right woman and getting married than it is just to be single and just smash whenever he feels like it, because there's women out there that will just smash him because they're hoping to be the next candidate on his row of marriages. So what does a man benefit from being married, Christina? That's the question. What do they benefit from being married?
I've already talked
Does a
about
man
this.
does a man
He
does a
can
man
get
have
a
more to lose by getting married? Does a man have more to lose by getting married than staying single?
no. First, let me
Exactly.
say I just dropped the link if anyone else wants to join. I'm sorry, what
Okay,
is
yeah,
life?
because I
But
gotta go. It
you
was
didn't get
nice,
to talk.
Christina.
Okay,
We
Roy,
got to do
thank you
this.
for
We
coming.
got to do this some more. But yeah, I got to go
Okay,
to work. I just jumped
thank
in
you
here real
so
quick. I want
much.
to say hi to everybody, and everybody have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you later if you're still on here later.
Okay,
Or
on to you.
all right, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye Nab. Bye Nab. Have a good one, bro. And Jeremiah, you guys have a good one.
Yeah, take care, man.
All right,
I'm
man.
so glad Roy came on today. And that's amazing that he even came on. I appreciate it. So, hi, Jeremiah. I guess it's just me and you. What is life? I think he got busy, but I did post the link again if anyone wants to jump on. But, Jeremiah, I'm honestly not talking bad about men at all. So I don't understand why Roy gets so angry when I'm just saying what I view a woman as. I'm just thinking of an average, like just a regular woman, a good woman. That's it. I'm not idolizing her. I'm not saying like, oh, she's above everybody else. I'm just saying I highly value women. That's it.
Yeah, I think you guys are taking like the opposite sides of the coin approach. So like you're being like an apologist for women, like from his perspective, and from your perspective, he's like bashing women and being like a man apologist or whatever. But honestly, like the answer is somewhere like in between. Like you said, there are good women out there, but at the same time, what we're seeing on the internet, Roy's just trying to show the guys like that is not just the internet. So like there's some truth, there's some semblance of reality, even digitally.
How's it going, everybody?
How's it going?
Hello.
You guys came here with comments, questions, or what's up?
Well, I just wanted to add on to what Christina said in chat or to me earlier about me not adding a whole lot. And I don't know if she saw my comment or not, but basically, I said all I needed to say. I didn't spend like 2 hours just constantly repeating the exact same talking points. So that's why you didn't hear much from me.
Okay, I get it. But you did answer the question. You said your wife was the prize. I think that's what you said.
Overall, that was the answer, but I did elaborate on a couple other things. More so, it was kind of aligned with kind of what Jeremiah was saying, how it's more of a person to person basis, and we need to get away from one sex is better than the other, because everybody has different viewpoints and everybody has different ideas of what they desire as in terms of what you would call a prize. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not used to using that word prize.
Me neither. It's a new thing.
What do you think about this, Derek?
You're asking me who do I think the prize is in a relationship?
Yes.
Um, it depends. If you're a broken man who comes from poverty, and somehow you're able to bag like a very beautiful woman that's out of your league, then what really is this discussion about? I mean, we know who the prize is. Everybody will say it, and it will be well known. I can't count how many guys I've came across who have dated women that was very beautiful, and you look at them side by side and you say, like, how did he get that girl? So I feel like situations like that, it's pretty obvious. Um, and it really depends on the situation. You do have certain cases to where it's the reverse, and there's a very rich and wealthy man, and he's dating a chick who is fresh from McDonald's, or have like a situation with LeBron James where he's dating like his high school love, and same thing with Steph Curry. These were guys who, of course, are the prize in the relationship, and they chose to bring these women who they've been in a relationship for the longest for, and they could have easily gotten way more beautiful women who had a lot more going on than them, and they chose to stick it out. So it depends. It depends. It's not just you have trash guys out here who don't have a dollar to their name. They're coming in the comments section talking about that they're the prize. They don't even believe that. So, I just got to keep it real. Like, it depends on the scenario.
Yeah, like how would you feel, guys, all of you, the three men on the panel, if you found a really good woman that had good intentions, was very loyal to you, did everything you wanted her to do, and provided you children? And wouldn't you think that she provides value to you in
Of
so many
course,
ways?
of
Hell
course.
yeah.
I call them the keepers.
Yep. Yep.
And what
The
about the women that literally, you guys get married if you choose, you don't have to get married, it's up to you, but she's with you for like 10 years or more, and she tells you, I want to stay with you for the rest of my life, I can't wait to be old with you, and she's
yeah.
still doing the same thing, she's still there for you since day one, supporting you through it
Yeah.
all.
Well, that's
I've
the same
witnessed
thing. That's
cases
another
like that.
version of a keeper.
Yep.
Have you
Yeah.
guys seen the end of Ferris Bueller, the
No.
movie? All right, so
I
like at the
never
end, he's
saw.
like,
Dude, that movie was awesome.
okay, no, but you know at the end he was all like, "What are you still doing here?" Like that's what I'll ask her. Like if she was super loyal, like a dog, what are you still doing here?
I got to
That's
run into the
funny.
store, so I'll be right back.
Hey, I just wanted to
Okay.
make a comment though. The reason why I jumped in the chat was because I made a comment a little bit earlier. And basically what I was just saying is that, and this was a question for Dennis also, because I watch like these YouTubers like Fresh and Fit, and Kevin Samuels, who passed away not too long ago, and I see them speak on women and speak about the issues that us as men have with women, but it's like after the 20th episode of their show, I'm sitting there wondering, like, okay, is this just a way for us as men just to basically go off on women and just release all of our anger towards women, and not even just with women? Um, Dennis, I remember we were speaking, I believe, a couple of days ago about issues in the Black community, and this is something that I also see going on these days. Also, people are making podcasts, and it's like I don't really get the. I'm wondering, where are we going with this? Like, are you really trying to fix the relationship between men and women? Are we really trying to fix the Black community, because I don't know if this actually does it. YouTube, yeah, it helps provide people with information, and we get it. We've seen everything. We've seen the Andrew Tates, we've seen all of these different things, but I got to be honest with you, I haven't seen any real progress. I haven't seen men and women relationships or marriages an increase in these things, and us being able to build something with our current situation and the issues that we're having. I haven't seen any progress with it. So that was just my question.
So that's a good statement you just made, Derek. Fresh and Fit, the creators, those two creators, and there's a producer. Their whole objective is they are tired of men getting stepped on by these bad women, and they want you to put your foot down for once and stop taking it and just giving them all this money, and you're getting nothing in return. They're sick of seeing it. Like, he's literally cried because it makes him so mad and upset that these men are being taken advantage. He wants you to say, no more. I'm not doing this no more. It's over. You're just a slut. You're using me. And he's also providing podcast members of all these women. But if you think about, if you see it, it's all like mainly OnlyFans women, all, sex industry women, mostly. And there's a few like regular women, right? Mixed in. So he gets their actual individual opinions on things. And he's like, see what I mean? Look what she just said. She just said she just wants a man for money. Look at this woman. She doesn't even care about, using all these men. Like, she has 5 men that she's going to and just doing stuff with him and just getting all this money, right? So they're trying to make men see women in a different light. But the truth is, we've already known this, but he's just saying it more on a personal level. He wants you guys to understand it. But at the same time, all of that is just making men think of women even worse than they already do. So it's not even really good for women. It's not good for women. And it's not good for men, because if you put that out there, men are going to believe that. It's not true. Those are OnlyFans women mainly up there. And now men are going to think all women are trash. And they're not going to want to go out there and look for love when love is out there. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't agree with Fresh and Fit one bit. They call women sluts, get out of here, just leave, you're a whore. They say all these things. You're 304, right? They're trying to make women look really, really bad. That's the point. And it works.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
And what's up, everybody, by the way? But I don't think they're really trying to make women look bad. I think it's more so that women are making themselves look bad. And of course, like, all women aren't like the women that they have on their show. They're not, all women are not 304s, which is, you could look up what that means, but it's another word for a woman who gets around. Not all women are like that, but a large majority of women are. And even if you're not like that, a lot of the women on there share the same beliefs as other women. And, I'm sure even you share some of the same beliefs as them. More so relating to power dynamics, and then also, what women deserve, and like their ideal image of a man. So, yeah, I just wanted to interject on that real quick.
I disagree with you. Do you think they don't have an agenda going in? Because this is what brings in the views. They finally want to feed to the men audience. Do you think that they don't think about these things before they do it?
I definitely think they do, and it's the same thing as like what I talk to Dennis about sometimes. I'm not saying he only does it for the views and for the money, but come on, let's be honest. A lot of the stuff he talks about and a lot of the angles he looks at them from are all based on just like, how can I cause the most uproar in my YouTube community and get the most people engaged in this live stream. And you'll even notice sometimes, like, a lot of people who might be more intellectual than him, they get on and they might even, disprove or tell him like, no, man, this is how it really is. And, that's all well and good, but you just, and in the same breath, you just talked about, black people this way and then made them look a certain way just for the views. But not to get into that, but it's the same thing with this. And yeah.
Can I add on to that?
Go ahead. Anyone can talk about this topic, guys. And if
Because
anyone wants to jump in, just click the link. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna jump in
felt
after him.
sort of the same way.
Okay.
I felt like and I'm looking at the comments, I'm seeing people saying, what is Derek talking about? Like, come on, man. Like, it's obvious. A lot of these answers, a lot of these questions that we're asking, we already know the answers to. What is the issue between men and women? What are the issues in the black community? We went over this a million times. We know the answer. You know, this has been going on for years. And so now that we know the answer, the next step is to resolve these issues. Now, there are people out here doing things about it, but what I'm saying is that this YouTube era that we're living in, where we're getting on these podcasts and we're just ranting and just call ourselves speaking out against, the things that's going on in our communities and stuff. Yeah, I love us bringing these things to the forefront, but at a certain period, it just becomes ranting. It just becomes us just vocalizing or verbalizing our trauma and the abuse that we went through in our personal life, and now we finally have an outlet to express these things. But you're not resolving anything. The common man here in America, who's out there looking for a woman, these issues, that they may be going through, it may be something that, like, not the rest of us are going through. Everybody's different. This guy may just have money issues, and so he has to get his credit right, things of that nature. And then you have guys out there who have their selves together, but they have their own like internal issues going on. These are the guys who are abusive and who actually hit women. And so when they look at the Fresh and Fit podcast, or when they look at the other YouTubers who are on here, talking their stuff, they go to these places and they look at it like, everybody interprets it different. Guy who, is low on cash and doesn't really have that much, like, isn't really good with women, he'll take this as, okay, let me just stop dealing with these whores at all. Like they're all out to get me. And he'll probably just cut himself off from women completely, like to where I'm scared, basically, because they're making it seem like all women are sluts. But see, the issue with that guy might have been the situation that, he's putting himself in even more, which is not getting out, not actually, going up to women and speaking to them and, going out of his element, out of his area that he lives in. So, to then cut off women completely, that doesn't help anything. And, I just think that this really does nothing. Even this conversation that we're having here, my initial question was, what does this do? This conversation has been had like a million times. So, what are we trying to resolve here?
Derek, it's doing a lot because this is different from the other talks that I've heard. Because I'm just trying to open up people's mind to say, like, hey, because I think we've lost sight on what's important and we've lost sight on the truth. There's a lot of good women out there, and it's being hidden because there's so many men saying women are trash. I don't even want to go out in the dating world. They're all sluts. So they're making women look bad, and they're saying these things in front of other men, and other men are like, wait a minute. Yeah, that's kind of true. I kind of don't want to date either. Like, I just want to be single for life. Like, I want to be single for a while. So it's just making it worse for everyone, because the men don't want to really approach a woman anymore. They just want to stay at home and focus on themselves, and they don't even want to open their mind to the possibility of love. And then women, they're being labeled as sluts. So nobody wins. Nobody finds true love.
Just as one last thing, I'm sorry, I just wanted to make this last
go ahead.
Just that I just come from a place where, it's more boots to the ground, where we get out in the field and, we actually connect with people. So I'm not really used to the video chats and all of this stuff. It's just like the stuff in the Black community. In order to fix this stuff, you're actually going to have to go in and actually help these people. These video chats, I feel like, yeah, I get what you're saying. I understand, we're trying to bring awareness to these things and reach people, but there's nothing better than just going out to, the environment or wherever you live, and it's guys on here who probably don't even speak to their next door neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Let alone care about the guys who are really going through this stuff, who, are really having issues with women. We could be starting programs for this stuff. We can actually try to reach these people who are dealing with these types of issues and actually connect with them. I just, I don't really feel like this does anything other than just perpetuate the same thing, that
Derek, when you make these podcasts and when you talk about this with a group of people of different views, this is how awareness gets out to people. How else are you going to get out to a mass amount of people is by talking through social media. I mean, yeah, you can make little groups, but my process is I'm just trying to talk about it. Maybe I can change your mind. Maybe you might not think women are sluts anymore. Maybe you'll think that only certain women are sluts and then some women are good. I can open your mind to true love. That's what I want to do. And I'm not bashing men in the process. I'm not doing that. Yes.
Christina, I was thinking a little bit about some of the stuff Roy was saying. And when it comes to this debate, I find myself more in the middle ground just because of my situation with my wife. But I can also understand where he's coming from. And what I gathered was the reason he's focused so much on the internet and that side of things and what women are saying and what they're doing is because that's all you really see nowadays. And it's actually quite a new thing that's been happening in our society. I think I think Roy gets a little too into his emotions, and he just doesn't deliver what he's trying to say the most appropriate way. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense, but don't bash women in the process is my problem. He's doing the opposite of what I want to do. I want men to realize that there's good women out there. That's it. I don't want to bash men. I'm not talking bad about men, but he is. He's talking nothing but bad about women. That's the problem. That's what we need to stop doing.
Yo, can I say this? I don't support like bashing women and all that. I support calling them out when they're wrong. And I'll say that I think the reason why this is important to talk about, specifically from like a male standpoint, is because like, you've heard the term or the saying, men are the gatekeepers of marriage and women are the gatekeepers of sex. So if we're the gatekeepers of marriage, which relationships are like the prerequisite of marriage, unless you're just going out and marrying like whoever, like the day you meet them, right? So it's important for us to get our relationships right. It's important for us to pick the right woman to have a relationship, be aware of all the things and tricks that go on, and be able to decipher, how women are acting and whether or not you have a good woman or not. So I believe that's why it's important to talk about this from a male standpoint. And I feel like there was something else I was going to say, but I forgot.
Dennis, I am not a beta, bro. I've seen your comment.
Not only that, but these situations are always going to get heated because, I mean, hell, I'm only 31, but most of my life, all I've ever heard was men are shit, men are trash. You know what I mean? So it comes from both sides doing it.
But I don't agree with that. I think that if I were to say that out loud to a group of women, that would make men look bad.
They literally have a podcast with just women that dog on men on national TV.
And that I'm trying to do the opposite of that. That's what I'm trying to do, and I want you guys to understand that.
The last 20 years, like the newer generations of men, that's all they've been hearing is how dog shit men are.
You know
So,
why?
like it's
He's right,
either
Christina.
side should
He's right.
Because they get hurt. These are hurt, bitter people. What'd you say, Derek?
I said he's right.
Yeah, yo,
Even
Christina, that
even
my bad. Go ahead,
even
there.
sorry. Yeah, even when we were kids, you know, as it would just be this thing to where like they would treat the girls different and the boys different. You know,
Yep.
initially I guess we all as boys thought it was just like, you know, women were the lesser, well not lesser, but like more weaker creatures or species. So, you know, we just accepted that. Like, okay, we can't, you know, touch the girls, or we can't do this to the girls, and or we have to put them up on a pedestal. But then I guess as we got older, like at least for my
Yeah, pedestal,
situation,
that's a good one.
yeah, I've seen women use that to their advantage, and and you get older and you're seeing like, wow, they're still doing it. They're still using this thing that they have as women, to where, okay, you can't do this to women. Like you could treat men this way, but us as women, we're the more less dominant creatures on this planet. So well, I'm saying creatures, but we're the less stronger gender. So we must be treated this way, almost like superior to you guys, because you know we deserve special treatment. And so they use that to their advantage, and we end up in situations like this to where men get older now and they're like, hold on, well, now you guys are acting like a piece of shit because you got, you know, women like what's the rapper, Cardi B, you know, who was just
Horrible
blatantly,
influence.
yeah, blatantly talking about how she used to set men up and put pills in their
Drug 'em.
drinks. Yeah.
Yep.
Foxy Brown, rapper from back in the day, you know, openly talked about how, and actually used to do this, actually used to set dudes up, get them shot, whole nine. And, you know, even with the Megan Thee Stallion situation, to where they're saying like, oh, she's a girl, you know, it isn't snitching when it comes to her. We're seeing all this stuff go on where women are basically getting this special treatment these days. And it's like, finally, men are speaking out about it. But once again, I have to say this,
Not.
like,
Can
it's
I add
getting
on to
too
that?
much. Yeah.
Not only that, but I've also noticed how, and you can see this online too, but I've also noticed there's plenty of women-only groups that, and rightfully so, that speak up for themselves and their own problems. But the amount of men-only groups have shrunk horribly, and a lot of them that do pop up, they get viciously attacked.
Mm.
But Derek, you're going based off of social media. That's what I don't want you guys to do. You guys have to go based on your own experience. Like, do you know of any good woman personally, Derek, in your life right now?
No.
Not one woman?
No. Listen.
Not
I
even
do,
a
but
friend?
Christina, you also have to remember this is the age of technology and social media. And when I was making my point, I'm not saying that every woman is like this, because they're not. I'm a firm believer that most women are good. But
Well, I think different.
when you constantly see on social media women doing all this other stuff, talking all this horrific shit about men, it's going to twist people's views regardless, because you can escape from social media, but you can't at the same time.
Wait, Derek, what do you qualify? Because we got to walk that back. You don't know not a singular good woman in your existence.
Bro. Okay. All right. Now I gotta speak.
Did what I say make sense, Jeremiah? Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Bro, honestly, I was laughing my ass off for what Derek said. He jumped at the answer. No.
Bro, check this out. All right. look,
Shout out each way.
I'm a black man. So
Hey, what's up, H-Way?
I can only speak from my experience. Like, growing up, of course, I just went into the spiel about how we all felt as boys growing up. And so we just have this innate thing inside of us to where we just feel like, okay, women are innocent. Well, as the years went by, I saw the complete opposite. As a matter of fact, I saw the worst of women. My own mother, like I'm
You're not
not
get
in
too
agreement.
personal, bro. Yeah, don't get too
I'm
personal.
not in agreement with like the people in like the Middle East and like Saudi Arabia where they just make comments or have laws to where women can't drive. But I've saw my mom drive before.
A lot worse than that.
Yeah, stuff that like
what was that woman's name in like Syria or something? Like she didn't wear her face covering, so they stoned her to death.
Yeah, they do stuff like that, and you say these motherfuckers are crazy, but then you see the way that women over here act, and it's almost like, man, we need some type of order. You see why men have to basically be the leaders that they are, because without that leadership, women just run rampant because they're able to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Whatever they want to do, the government and basically everybody, even men, some of the people in this chat will probably support it.
Well, they also get lesser time for the same crime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But just real quick, going off of what Derek said, I think what he's touching on is something like explicit to like the black community, because like I agree, like what you see from like other cultures, what Christina is talking about, like docile women, or you know women who are like kind of demure and stuff like that. You don't really see that in the black community. I'm not saying they aren't there, but like lo and behold, like what you'll find 9 times out of 10 is what Derek just described, like women who are difficult just for no reason.
Bro, I went inside Chipotle not too long ago, and I placed my order, and it's all like Puerto Ricans in there, and so I placed my order. It's gonna sound like stupid, but I'm telling you, like I have way more crazier stories than this. To where I place my order, the girl forgets like to put something like in the bag, like she messed up my order basically. And if you know anything about Chipotle, you order it right there. So she just basically had the attitude the whole time and just was like whatever. I'm seeing the guys in the back, you know, Puerto Rican guys, and they're basically looking at me for even complaining that, you know, she messed up my order. They're looking at me like you better not. We'll hop on your ass, basically. Like, looking at her like, don't disrespect our beautiful queen, because if you say the wrong thing in here, you're going to get fucked up.
Damn, and that's her job. Like, you're supposed to correct her. Like, what the heck?
Well, I actually find that funny because I'm white and I'm married to my wife is half Mexican, and there's certain things that you just don't say to Hispanic women either, man. My wife has popped me a few times in the face.
Oh hell no! What you mean?
What do you mean?
You said she popped you in the face?
Oh yeah, dude. Granted, I deserved it. I mean, H-Way, we've already had this conversation. I called her a cunt.
No. I get what H-Way is doing, because like, what if the shoe was on the other foot? What if you popped her in the face and no one raised a big deal?
Oh, I'd be in prison.
Exactly. So shout out to H-Way. Yeah, she should not.
Wait. Hold on. So if your girl say your dick little, and Jimmy is more handsome than you, then you gonna hit her?
What? No, I've never.
That's what I'm saying. So it's the same thing. What cunt doesn't give you the right to then get your ass.
No. I was talking about what Derek was saying about the attitude of the woman and not to mess with her. I was just agreeing that.
I just think that we're giving people too much leeway. Like, there's way too much leeway. That's one of the perspectives that I've seen way too often on social media with men, where it's like happy wife, happy life kind of ordeal, where it's like you have to kind of like cower in fear. are you cowering in fear from a 4'11" woman? Probably not, bro.
I don't
Are
care.
we really truly fearful of them?
I mean, of what they can do, like their allegations again, you know, their words, sure, but not
Yeah,
them
see,
specifically.
that's the thing. They can't physically beat us, but they have the support behind them. Like, you can get fucked up in other ways. Public humiliation. They spread the rumor that you're a faggot, that you have a little dick. They have other ways to fuck with you.
Yeah,
Get you locked up.
Wait a second. Did you say the rumor? Why are they saying those things about you, though?
Oh, not about me. I ain't never had that. I ain't never had that.
Yeah, that was
That's
very
messed
specific, bro.
They can, though. I've seen it done.
nah, bro.
I've seen it
He
done.
said
Well, a
dick
lot of
literally,
women,
what
a
else?
lot of women will say that just to attack your ego too. Your
And they're
manhood.
antagonizing you, and then they get mad. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. But see, that's the thing. Where when I get it that she hit you, and that time is over. But I just think that there's way too many double standards like that exist that also perpetuate other things in our communities. Like, how are we say something crazy, and then it gives them a right to like slap us in the face, and really we ain't really hurt like that. But at the same time, like, why is it
Well, no,
ever
it didn't physically hurt me. It didn't physically hurt me, and I'll admit, it was a dumb argument. I shouldn't have said it, and yeah.
Well, why is it an excuse to get physical like that? I just feel like there's no reason to be physical on either side, bro.
Well, I agree, but I mean, in my circumstance, it just didn't really bother me. You know?
Yo, H-Way. Oh, my bad. You can continue. My bad, man.
No, I was just saying that it just didn't really bother me in my situation. I should have said what I said.
Yo, H-Way, man. Look, I will give a better example because, like, I don't think this guy was trying to, like, say, like, his wife was, like, abusing him or whatever. But,
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. But to what H-Way is saying, once in 7th grade, there was a girl named Tia. Like, I forget her last name, but if I knew it, I'd totally air her out. She hit me with, like, a set of keys. It had, like, 3 or 4 keys on, like, on the ring. And all because, like, I didn't want to, like, take her to, like, to some place. Like, I guess, like, hang out with her, like, after whatever, like, summer camp, whatever it was. But, bro, like, women would just, like, they have this liberty of thinking, like, the consequences are, like, just, like, not there for them. So, like, I can understand why some guys are, like, avoidant or at least want to take some time, like, to develop themselves as, like, a man as opposed to, like, pursuing a girl, like, you know, at 18, 17 or whatever.
Sure.
The philosopher, Mr. Boston's here.
Welcome, Mr. Boston, and welcome, H-Way.
So how do you guys feel about? Because I feel like, how do you guys feel about how it used to be rather than what it is now? Because obviously,
I think from what I see on social media, I've been out of the dating game for almost 10 years. But from what social media shows, I feel bad for the younger generation, man.
I feel like that us as men, we're getting revenge for what our ancestors did, like as far as treating women. I honestly feel like that. I feel like we were piece of shits back in the day to women because we honestly could do whatever the hell we wanted to them. And so now this is the results of that. Now women have more freedom than ever, and they're like, you know, motherfucker, I'm gonna show you, release all havoc on y'all assholes.
Yeah, there's probably some truth to that too.
but like what I mean, but there's nothing wrong with allowing women to vote, like having natural freedoms.
Mm-hmm.
That's like that. There's no negative implications on allowing women to have natural freedoms and like be able to vote and like be able to have a job and make money. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
200 years ago, if you taught a woman how to read, you go to prison. Just so you
But that's ridiculous in any circumstances, right? But what I think people are trying to equate the two is say that it's normal or like that's the result of letting women do all this stuff is that now we have this, but reality, that's not reality. Reality is men have this domination over women by basically subjecting them to these unreasonable rules instead of actually having domination. Like if in your home, you're not dominant in your home because you handle everything and you persecute your wife. You're dominant in your home because you protect, because you're reasonable, because you're not emotional, because all these things that make you a man and make a woman a woman. So I think the only thing that men had over women, especially when it came to politics, was not allowing them to do stuff, not allowing them to become educated. As soon as they did, then reality is none of that masculinity actually stuck. Like if you're still a man, you're still physically bigger, you're still educated, like, bro, you're still a protector, you're still a provider, like, you're still all these things. Why all of a sudden now women could just still do whatever they want?
Corey said, then why is this stuff only happening in America? Yeah, that was my same.
That's not true,
The
bro.
better framing would that
Europeans have
be Western society, because if you look at Middle Eastern societies, they're still back in the days that you guys are referring to.
No. They're asking, like, why are women just acting the way that they are here in America? Like the issues that we're having.
Well, it's not
women,
just an American problem. It's a Western civilization problem. If you look over at Europe, the women are acting almost the same way over there as they are here.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you know what Saturnalia is?
Saturnalia.
It's
The only thing I can think of is the planet Saturn.
Yeah, it's a month-long celebration. And
So back to the original topic, men are the prize, indeed, ladies and gentlemen.
banned by the Pope. Now they got a Jesuit Pope, and he's down with that kind of shit.
And that's just the bottom line.
What are you talking about, Boston? This is why I actually kind of like you, because I never understand.
It's a Jesuit Catholic holiday where debauchery and dressing up with masks.
So,
like
Christina?
Halloween, you know.
Wait, why
where
was
all the
Christina
freaks
mad
come out.
about
You know
the
what
sandwich?
you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you're saying, Mr. Boston.
Google it.
Christina, why were you mad about the sandwich thing yesterday?
Because that's not a very good thing you want to say to a woman. Like, go make me a sandwich. Go to the kitchen. That's where you belong.
Oh, that's what he
I
said.
tell my wife all the time to make me a sandwich.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Damn, Dennis. Do you make a bussin' sandwich though, or like no?
Jeremiah, are you for real?
No, I just thought like that was the reason why. I thought it was like an inside joke between you two. Like,
No, that's something to like degrade women in a way. Like, go fucking make me a sandwich. Like, that's all you're good for. Go to the kitchen, make me a sandwich. Shut your ass up.
oh, okay.
This is why I love my marriage.
She
This-
just comes and drops off a sandwich.
This is why I love my marriage so much, because me and my wife, we make playful jabs about this all the time, and it's just fucking hilarious. We'll get into playful fights, and I'll be like, get back in the kitchen.
I don't even
But
have
then
to play with her. She just drops off dinner.
Like,
No, it's all
there's
Uber Eats. Like, what?
it's all
But
about
in your-
respect.
In
It's
your
all about
partnership, you can serve. Look, you can serve each other. There's nothing wrong with serving each other. I serve my wife or
Absolutely.
my woman, and then a woman serves me. Right? My girl is pretty traditional, where she'll make me a plate, all the stuff like that. But I do things for her as well too. And it's a give and take. It's an equal respect for each other. Like all that kind of weird stuff of like, oh, make me a sandwich. That's just showing that we weren't actual leaders to begin with. We were actually weak men to begin with, because I don't have to ask my girl to make me a sandwich. She's gonna make it anyways, bro.
This is called
I don't
marriage.
gotta force my girl to make no sandwich or like go cuss at her and call her the B word, bro. Like,
Okay, then what
that's
do you do
weak.
for her then? Because now it just seems like you're like
I agree.
controlling her to make you a sandwich without saying it.
but
But
see, me and my
it's
wife,
called-
we have
being
a special relationship where we can make those kind of jokes and just have fun with it, you know.
So so in a lot of ways we're submissive to each other. So when it comes down to, I mean,
I
the
agree.
way I'm trying to run my relationship is more of a biblical relationship. So I'm more of the protector of my home. I'm more of the pastor of my home when it comes down to like hearing from God or being able to like lead my family in the right way, in the right direction. Like she's gonna go to me for that stuff. She's not gonna go on her own thing and be like do her own thing. She's gonna come to me and be like, okay, can we do this? Are we able to do this? Like, she's gonna check in with me to be able to do stuff because I'm the more reasonable one. I have more, information on that kind of stuff because that's what I'm supposed to do as a leader. Her making me a sandwich, it's like her making me a plate of food is nothing, bro. Like, and sometimes I might make her food, bro. I just took her out on a date last night to go get some food.
H-Way, is the woman the prize or the man's the prize?
This kind of hard, bro. That's kind of hard, bro.
Your opinion, just straight up.
You guys ever heard of Fat Neck Ed?
No.
Look him up on YouTube. Fat Neck Ed.
My wife, Uncle Ruckus.
Fat Neck Ed is this guy. He fat as hell.
It's about that. It's like a black dude that hates other black people. He's like shouting racist shit at them.
Bro, what is Boston talking about?
You want to link it for you, bro?
You say you want to be a racist black man?
The name of the show was called The Boondocks.
Oh, he's talking about.
Oh, y'all know that.
Oh yeah.
You all know that.
I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about Fat Neck Ed.
You talking about from like 90 Day Fiance or something?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
That's No Neck. It's not Fat Neck. It's No Neck, Ed.
No, okay. He ain't the prize. Christina, he ain't the prize.
No, but he is though. Like people watch him. No, I'm just kidding.
He's definitely not the prize. He's very misguided. He has to go to therapy because he treats women really bad.
A simp could never be the prize, ever.
So back to my question, H-Way. You avoided the question. You can't try to be slick.
Man, you gotta give me a little bit of time to think. Somebody gotta convince me, bro.
Okay, while you're thinking, we'll ask Mr. Boston. Who is the prize, Mr. Boston?
Last night or today?
Just in general, in your perspective.
A good home, good health, a good life, good work, happiness is the goal, isn't it? Completion at the end of the road. Brought forth through having a lovely and hearty family, of course.
But who is the prize? The female or the male?
The children who will outlive both of us.
That's true.
Facts.
So what's your guys' favorite type of sandwich?
Jeremiah, stop talking about sandwiches. Do you want me to go make you a sandwich right now?
Give me some steak, bro.
What kind of sandwich do you want? Ham and cheese with lettuce and mayonnaise?
I'm more of a like California club type of guy.
Okay, so ham, bologna, what else?
Provolone.
What else do you
all
want?
that stuff.
Okay, let me go get on that right now.
Wait, where's Dennis? Why is he just only in the comments?
He's supervising.
He playing video games or something?
Dude, he's managing. All right. What do you want him to do? Hold your hand while you piss? Come on, man.
I want him
Wait, so
the conversation, not just trolling.
Wait, what is life? You said that men are the prize. Why do you think men are the surprise?
Men are the prize because, think about all the work we have to put in order to, number one, attract a good woman and then keep her. Men are the prize because there's more women in the world than there are men. So, with just by that.
No, that's the case.
What'd you say?
Too. That women outnumber men 3-1.
Exactly. And isn't that globally too?
No.
Well, not that ratio, but isn't there more women in the world, period, than men?
Take for example, Africa. It's the opposite of that.
All right. Well, I won't go that deep, but in America, there's more women than men. So, obviously we're all in America, so that's what we're talking about. And more than likely, we'll be engaged with, not engaged as in having a relationship with someone who's from America. So, there's more women. So that just means
I want to give you advice.
What's up?
If she spreads on the first date, she's a pro. If she sucks good dick, then she's a pro. So stay away from those kinds of people.
Mr. Winston, this is not what we want to do on this podcast. Come on, there's some things you want to keep to yourself.
Well, I say it because she's not a pro at any of those things, but that's how you can tell a good woman from a bad one. If she got a lot of experience, you know, it's from going through the measures. You know
What if
I
she
mean?
fakes it on you? Like, what if she acts sloppy just to, like, you know, throw you off?
No, she complains about having sex.
Huh?
She says it hurts.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay, TMI. Now, H-Way, you
can't be so dry down there, bro.
You have plenty of time to think about it.
Do I gotta give a direct answer?
Yes, yes, men or women. Stop laughing.
Damn.
Be honest, bro.
Orange,
Follow
Freemason,
your heart. Or actually follow your mind, not your heart.
Okay, in 2024, I think a good woman is harder to find than a good man. So I would say women.
Ooh, finally,
sorry,
somebody.
I don't think that's listen though, I don't think that's the angle that the question is like being asked at though.
Wait, Christina, I thought you contradicted him. You said women are like, they're not.
There
Like,
were just as many men as there were women on this list.
Yeah, but listen, besides like population involved, like the question is asked from the angle of like long term or like in terms of marriage and relationships, like who's the prize. It's not in terms of like what's harder to get or who's harder to find.
Hey,
It's more so like who offers more to the relationship.
I got an easy solution for this. Let's go down the line. Donald Trump or Ivanka, whatever the hell her name is. Who was the prize in that
kind of missing
relationship?
the mark there. But hello, gentlemen, and ladies. I think that the fact that
Think about it. He got on Fifth Street at
harder to get, I think that does.
He owns that building. Okay.
Yeah, I think that plays a part because
The
if
660.
somebody's harder to get, then that's going to be the prize, right? Because prizes shouldn't be easy to get, right? Yeah. So for me, I feel like the group of people who are harder to obtain, that's going to be the prize because the people who obtain them, they're getting something that most people.
Wait, Orange Moon. Are you female or male?
She's male. She's female.
Baby,
but it was just a male.
Come on.
I just heard a male.
I got a question for you though, Orange. Real talk, like you think so you think men are easier to get than women, right? But we got to talk about the caliber of men that most women want. They want a man that's earning six figures. So I don't know the stats in front of me. I could do some research real quick if you want me to, but I believe it was like 1%. I think it was like 1% of men earn that much. So 1% of men are in that category, and then you add the 6 foot factor into it. They want a man that's over 6 feet earning six figures. I think that's where it's like 1% of men earn 6 figures and are 6 feet plus.
Let me add something.
So I think it's way easier to find a good woman than a man in that 1%.
The problem is that women are not more attainable than men. So what that means is that even
let me add something to that.
Orange, you cut out.
Wait, is this thing cutting off? I'm not sure.
No, I hear you now.
It is. We can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yours was kind of cutting out too a little bit. I was like, wait a minute. But no. So what I'm saying is that even if you remove like the caliber of it, right? Let's just go in like the average woman, the average man, right? The average woman, she's gonna have a higher chance of getting access to a man than the average man is going to have, his chances of getting access to the women that he wants, right? So for most of us,
Cutting out again.
I was
certain
gonna.
levels, right? And the average woman is not going to be getting, you know, the CEO of a company. More times than not, you know, you date people around your income bracket or in your area, right? In your neighborhood or around. So for me, I'm just saying that even though women outpopulate men, we still, even though we outpopulate men, so that should mean that men have more options when it comes to dating and also when it comes to sex. The reality is that a lot of men aren't getting the sex that they want to have. A lot of men, and so the opposite of that is the fact that women, even though there's a smaller group of men, most women we can call, you know, any number of men in our phones or that we know, and we can get sex. We can get.
Let me respond to that.
No, let me respond to it because it was direct to me. Let me just get
Okay.
it real quick, Nev. So the reason why men are the prize is because it's something that we could change at any time. A man could get, like, he can take in all this rhetoric from Fresh and Fit, what we're talking about right now. He could change his physique, get a 6-pack. He could get hair transplants. He could become a 6-figure earner, and he will be in that 1%. Like, obviously, you can't change his height, but like, let's be honest. If you're earning enough money and you know you at least look decent, you smell good, like you're gonna attract that caliber of women. Whereas women, like, you know, your numbers are your numbers. Like, you could like have a bunch of babies, but you're not guaranteed to have a woman or a female every single time. So therefore, men are that prize. We have that advantage of like being able to level up.
What is
I'm
like?
saying that even if the average woman doesn't change anything, I just want to make that point to what you were saying. I get what you're saying, and you're right. Yeah, if a man does certain things, you know, he could definitely change what his dating pool looks like. But the thing, and you know, also I feel like women can do certain things as well to get to that point. But what I'm saying is that even if the average woman doesn't do anything, doesn't change anything, she still will have a greater access to sex, to companionship, to these things more than men. And so for me, it's not, and this is why I'm saying that, right? Because I never hear, like, the amount of times that I hear men talk about, you know, they're not getting the amount of sex that they want. They're not, like, I don't hear that from women. If a woman wants sex right now, she can go get it from somebody. And so for me, it's like,
that's because men are dogs and they'll stick their dicks in anything.
Yeah.
So
right,
yeah,
it doesn't
apparently.
change. It doesn't
And
change the
also,
fact that she can
I
get
had
what
a
she
question.
wants.
I had a question for the female, since you said the person that's being I can't see it because I'm outside, so I can't see the name. But the female, the one with the flower, right? What's
Yes,
your name? Orange.
I'm a
Orange?
woman.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
female
Female, woman. It's
females
the
are
same
considered
thing.
women.
It's the same thing.
Not really.
Don't play fucking
Humans.
semantics with. Don't play fucking semantics with me.
We will.
Don't play semantics with me.
Because
She black.
human females have both sexes.
Here we go. Are you a fucking female or are you a fucking female? Yes or no? You have tits and a coochie, right? You have tits and a coochie. You're a female, correct?
Are you a male? Are you a male or are you a
Jesus
man?
Christ. Yeah, I'm a fucking male. Yeah, I'm a fucking male. So,
but do you call yourself that?
Jesus Christ.
Man, I'm a man, right? You don't call yourself a male on a daily basis. You consider yourself a man because that's what you call human males.
Orange
and
Moon.
You call human females, you call them women. Okay.
Orange Moon. Do you think it's impressive that a woman can call a man and have sex with him anytime? Do you think that's something to be proud of?
Honestly, for me, I'm actually like abstinent right now. But what I'm saying is that if I wanted to have sex, I would have an easier time getting it than an average man.
I believe her. She's telling the truth.
I mean, that's obvious though, but that's not what y'all want. Y'all want long-term commitments, don't y'all?
What I'm saying is, that's the thing. Every woman is different. We're not a monolith. But what I'm saying, the reason my whole point my whole point of bringing that up is that
so billions of women, billion different outcomes.
I'm saying women are not the same. No. Just because we all have pussies doesn't mean we all think the same. That's all.
There's general things that most women want, though. Or you don't think there's most things?
Sure, but you gotta hear it from women in that general group as opposed to your assumptions of it.
Okay, I'm asking you: is there a general
man? He said, "What does women want?"
Are there general things that women want?
Are there general things that women want?
And
Like,
that is a good caveat though, because marriage is important. Like it's all about marriage. That's what women
but
want at the end of
every
the
woman
day.
doesn't want marriage. That's what I'm
Oh my
saying.
God. Are there
Every woman
general
does not
things
want.
women want?
Nab,
Are there
if
general things?
if
Sure,
you
but it
let her,
depends on what those things are. Like, so
Nab, you gotta let.
if you're asking me what those things are, I can tell you.
I didn't ask you that.
Okay, so what are you asking me? Are there general things?
Sounds like
Of
she's
course, there's
40,
general
bro.
things that human beings want in a
I'm
relationship.
asking, why does Orange Moon have a sunflower as her profile pic? I'm
We
just
have
I
to
kidding.
go
don't know,
one
but
at a time, guys.
This
We
is
can't
a
do
strong
everything
lady.
together.
She's a
That's a
strong lady.
typical.
Okay,
That's
guys,
typical, bro.
we
They can't
have to.
answer. They can't answer the
We
question. That's typical.
we have
So I'm
to.
going to ask her a question.
Why?
I'm going to ask the woman a
Why?
question. That you sit there and say that the prize is the one that's pursued the most. What is the pretense that men are actually pursuing women?
Okay, everybody on the panel, we have to talk one at a time. If you're asking a question, Nab, you have to give her time to respond.
Okay,
You're
but she
over
has to
talking
answer
her.
it, right? Not answer a
If
different
you keep
question.
if you keep double talking her, you got to give her time to
No, it's
answer.
because she was answering something I didn't ask her.
Well, let her talk though. You got to give her time. So I appreciate everyone on the panel. If you guys want to go talk one at a time, okay? Thank
All
you.
right, please let Clean go. I know Clean got something good to say.
Oh no, I was just listening to her yap for 30 minutes. Yo, listen. The fact of the matter is, Nav was 100% correct.
Thank
Y'all generally all look for the same things. To sit here and be like, oh well, we're all different. Yeah. We hear that all the time. Y'all are all the same. You all look for the same things. Yes, there may be a slight variance here and there, but generally speaking, most women want the same thing in men. Like, why are we even? If you can't even concede on that, there's no chance we could have a debate. Orange Moon.
Hey, Clean, where did those things that women look for? Where did it come from? Is it biology, culture? Where did it come from?
Biology and society.
Okay, but we're sitting here acting like men don't want some of the same things. This is why we are
No one
having this
said that,
topic.
fam.
Yeah, but they're not getting it. Why do you think
Because
these
most
fresh and
dudes are
fit
scrubs.
podcasts?
If you
You
want
guys
to
just
debate
sat
that,
there
we
and said,
can. But most dudes are absolute scrubs. They say they want it, they don't chase it, and then they expect different results. That's the
Oh,
problem. So I'm gonna say, I'll be the first to say it. 90% of dudes are scrubs. And it doesn't make it any better that 90% of women are
so you're
also
the
just
10%.
lost in the sauce. Our whole
So you're
society
part
is
of that
fucked up.
10%, Mr. You're part of that 10% who's not a scrub. How convenient.
Orange, are you married?
No, not right now. I'm not married. I had opportunities to
We
be.
know you're not married. Come on.
No, but
You don't
are
have
you
to tell us
married though?
that.
Are you married though?
Oh,
Because
men
I
and
used
women
to
are
say the
different,
same thing
man.
about you, right?
No, here. Let me break it down for you,
Baby
OG.
I'm
boy,
married.
it's not for a
Okay,
lack of opportunity. I don't want to be married right now. I'm focusing on me right now.
we
It's
bet.
not for a lack of opportunity. Trust.
I mean, she getting
Honestly,
around.
Are you
Damn.
are you able to say your age or no?
no, actually, I've only been in 2 serious relationships, and one of them I actually did have an opportunity to be married. But for me, it was just a little too soon. Like also because
He wasn't
you
the
know,
right guy.
He didn't make
no,
enough money.
he was a great. No, he was making a lot of money
Oh,
actually.
not
That's
the
how I
woman
know
beater.
that I'm not.
Bags in
Oh,
the
not the
house.
woman
Well, let
beater.
me
Hey
say this.
guys, I
Please.
hear there's some
I'll give
good
you this,
company.
right? I'll give you guys this, right? Because I know a lot of y'all probably think that most women are gold diggers and they'll take any opportunity to be with
No.
a big shaller ball caller, right? Here's the thing. My last situation, we were together for 3 years, right? Met his parents. He was, asking about marriage, all this stuff. I could have been set for life if I was only focused on, digging for gold. I could have been set for life. His family very well off, but I did not. That's not the only thing that matters to
You
me.
wanted to get your freak on. Get it?
No, that's the thing. I'm
Oh,
not having sex right now. I am
Oh,
intentionally abstinent right now, but I know for a fact if I
Wait,
wanted
why
to
are
have
you in a
sex,
relationship and then it gets
I could
serious
have
and then you
sex.
say, "Oh, I'm done" when it's getting serious?
Because compatibility, like long-term compatibility. So the thing is that we were great friends. Honestly, he's a great guy. Like I would never talk bad about him. It's just that long term, the compatibility wasn't there. And so, you know, like sometimes it's okay if relationships don't work out. You don't have to like shit on the other person or just be like, oh, relationships suck. Like, no, like sometimes it's just not meant to be, and that's okay. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying that
Wait,
that
he proposed
right
to you?
there, huh?
He proposed to you?
No, he asked about marriage. He asked like if that's what I wanted. And
So,
at that time, at that
how
point,
long was that? How long did it take? Like, how long did it last?
We were together for 3 years. He asked, let me see, maybe about halfway, like a year and a half into it. Or he was like hinting at it. And you know, I was kind of like, part of it too was like comfortability. So we were together for like a year and a half at that point, and I was comfortable, like we were friends. That's the thing. And it was hard to kind of.
You stayed another year and a half?
Yeah, because I was comfortable. Like we were comfortable. We did have good times, and I honestly didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want to hurt him.
I question. What are you guys talking about?
Beating women.
We started off with our women the prize.
Okay, yeah.
That's the question.
Oh,
well, I mean,
you got to answer. Everybody else answer.
If women are the prize, I would say for me, generally speaking.
Are we asking a woman beater for real? Of course you don't think they're
this guy. It's your. Come on, your.
It's the fact, though. I ain't trying to.
Come on, your.
Everybody needs.
Okay, one at a time. One at a time.
This guy here.
I say it's based on the character of the individual, as far as like how they carry themselves. If I see myself with them in a long-term perspective, this would give me how I would assess that individual. I would say general, as far as how the pop culture is looking at it, it's kind of diminished the value of a woman, because right now all you have to do is think you the shit when you're not even a fart, and you have.
Oh no!
And then you're now the most popular new thing, and everybody's like on your jock pretty much, and that's where society's taking women. And I think it's kind of like a detriment to you guys' progress over the last 80 years with the whole women's rights movement. So
is it the man or the woman?
You didn't answer the question.
It's not a. How I'm saying is how I assess it is that I don't see it as a prize factor. I see it as an individual value factor. So it's like if I value you as an individual, then you would show. I would show that to you. I can't say all people, all women, because
I like that. I actually agree with that. For me, like when we're talking about it generally, I do feel like more times than not, women are the prize. Only because for me, from my experience, women bring a lot, like even beyond financial, right? If you just think about who is expected in our society to pull most of the weight, like cook, clean, raise the children, like have all of these skill sets, then like also,
Cleaning is a skill set. Are you serious?
You don't think cooking?
Damn. Just gonna let.
Okay, clean. First of all, you need to be respectful.
That's hilarious.
If you don't think cooking is a skill set, hold on. If you truly don't think cooking and cleaning and raising children is a skill set, why can't you do it? Can you cook yourself?
Wait, Orange Moon. You know what reality is? A lot of women, but look.
Raising kids is hard.
But look.
Can you
Orange, look.
household and keep and maintain the cleanliness?
But Orange, you reality is
on something. You can't share something
look,
that you can't do.
Orange, look.
Skills.
Reality is every man goes to work, but does he make $100,000 a year? Probably not. Does every woman cook good? Does every woman feed their family nutritiously and keep them fed in the right way? Not really.
But we're trained to do so. We're trained from the beginning. They expect us to learn and know how to do it.
And training different.
But here's the thing, though.
Most women are not taking care of their family properly. They're not cooking for them properly. They're making their kids fat. All of this stuff
Yeah,
like the all these
but what you
depression
gonna
is
ask? What
going
you
into
gonna
the
ask the next
food.
woman? But what you gonna ask the next woman you get with? Can you cook? You know how to cook
I'm
good?
not
I
gonna
mean,
ask
that's
her how to
not
cook.
asking
I'm
for
gonna
much,
prove
is
it.
it?
Yeah,
Prove
you
it.
gonna do it. And you know
Is
why? Because you're
is
I ain't
better
that
gonna ask her. I'm
asking a
gonna
lot?
tell.
and she probably gonna cook better than you still. So
You
my
better.
thing
No, I'm
is
just
that
kidding. I'm just
it
kidding.
is a skill set, and honestly, these men need to learn how to. Honestly, cooking and cleaning is a human. Like that's a skill set that all humans should know how to
Why
do.
you thinking
Learning
all
how to
men
do your
can't do that? I
laundry.
do that
We
for myself right
we
now.
can do
And
that,
honestly,
Orange.
I do that for
I'm
myself
proud of
right
you for
now.
that.
What are you talking about?
But notice that a lot of men don't know. Ask your friends. Ask your friends if they know how to cook a
Why are you
decent
still
three-course
single then? If
meal.
you have so
Ask your
many
friends if
skills.
they know how to
Oh
keep
shit.
home clean. Ask your
I mean, we
friends
should be
because eventually
worried
take
about
your
ourselves
time.
anyway, first and foremost.
This is true. This
But
is
I
true.
got a lot
But
of
just you know,
friends that could cook and clean, man.
okay, can they all?
That's
Can they all?
I don't know if they
Orange,
are.
Okay, okay then.
Can all your female friends
Yes,
cook?
yes,
are your
yes.
friends
Good.
married?
Well, y'all ignoring the
Yes,
point.
they
The
know how
point
to
is, do
cook.
they cook good? Are they feeding their family
Yes,
nutritiously? They're not.
yes,
A
yes.
lot of these
Good.
women want to order Chick-fil-A for their kids, bro.
You
Like
want to know?
they
You want
call
to
it
know what I
feeding their
mean? You
kids.
want to know what I mean last night? Hmm?
Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Because y'all are invested in the fact that
Are you gonna?
yes, most women
What
know
did you
how to
cook last night?
Nav, you gotta let her talk.
She
You're asking a
literally said, "Do
question.
you want to
Nav,
know?" And I said, "Yes."
Nav, give her time to talk, please. You gotta give like
Oh,
seconds.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Orange.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, I'm just saying that for me, I'm just saying that something that is easy to obtain cannot be the prize. Like on a general scale, something that's really easy to obtain is not that much of a prize unless it's a consolation prize. But like what Mr. What's your name? BVA
Bvaz.
said. Yeah, BVAS. In reality, though, like, does that mean that every woman, like, just because you have a pussy, that you're a prize? No, obviously no. And the same thing for men. Just because you have a dick and you could, you have a certain income that you're a prize. No, like, right. And even like for a woman that knows how to cook, does that mean she's a prize? No. In reality, like, yes, it is a case by case individual basis. But what I'm saying is that our society, it really does train women to be considerate about the needs of others and to feel those needs.
Heck
And
nah.
you don't see that with
Y'all
men.
discard men if they don't make enough money.
Nav,
Not
this is
everyone.
the
You
type.
like making money easy.
These are the type of
Oh,
views that we don't want
I'm
anymore.
not discarding
We're
men.
tired of this. We're tired of these views that you men have
Yeah,
on women that are not true. You guys
it's
are
not
doing
true though.
Okay, hold on.
It's not
misinformation.
true. Because
Okay, Christina,
I've never, I'll tell you this.
would you date a man that makes
Personally,
$0 a year?
would you be with an ugly woman? That's like asking you that.
oh,
Okay,
we
so
would.
do you want to
Of course
answer
we
my
have our
question
own.
first?
My thing is, of course, we all have our preferences.
You don't answer questions, do you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so would you date a man that makes $0 a year?
Make
Nav,
$0
I
a year? No, I would not. But it's the
Okay,
same.
thank
It's
you.
for the same reason that you
Nav,
would not
Thank
date
you.
an ugly woman. It's for the same reason that you would not date an ugly woman. It's because yes, are we going to have some superficial preferences with dating? Of course, because physicalness, when it comes to certain things, it's not all going to be deep. But as long as that's not the only preference that you have, that you do have deep preferences, like them having a fucking personality, them being a decent person, them like, you know what I mean, like. Of course, as long as you have those aspects too and those wants too, then it's fine. Like, but don't sit up here and try to make it seem like women are pieces of
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. Here, let me ask you a real
Somebody with
question because
$0.
you're just yapping. Hold on. Let me ask you a
No,
real
I'm not
question.
yapping.
Who
You're
has
just
more
not listening.
No,
requirements?
he's
You're just
kind of
not
hard.
listening, baby
Stop,
boy.
stop, man. Who has more requirements, men or women?
What?
Did you not hear me? Who
What do you
has
say?
more requirements, men or women?
Requirements?
That's what I
It
said.
depends on the person.
No, it don't. Because
Everything's
Yes, it
not that
does.
individual, like how
hold
you're
on,
trying to
It
hold
make
on,
it sound.
depends
hold
on
on,
the
hold on,
person.
hold
Because
on,
you
hold
know
on,
why?
hold on, hold on, man.
Because Christina and I, we're both women, but we don't have the same number of requirements.
Yo,
We may
listen,
have
man. I'm
different
getting
number of
somewhere. I'm
requirements.
getting somewhere.
No,
Hold
you're
on, man.
really not.
Relax.
You're just getting
Well,
beating
yo,
around the bush.
listen. I'm gonna get to my point. I've heard you yap. You didn't get anywhere either. The
Boy,
reason
shut
you're
up. You're just
single,
not listening.
the reason you're single is because you have a whole laundry list of requirements that these men don't meet.
So
That's why when
tell
you
me
had
what
someone,
laundry list.
that's why
Tell
when
me
you
what
had
that laundry
stop
list is then.
talking. That's
No,
why
no,
when
no.
you had
You're
that's why
making
when you had
assumptions on
someone
me. I'm
propose
about
to
to
you,
sit here and let you make
that's why when you
assumptions.
had someone propose to you, you didn't
What?
go with it, right? Remember when someone proposed to
You are like
you
what?
didn't meet their That's why you didn't get engaged.
Because I have a long laundry list of requirements.
Then why'd you say no to the guy?
Why'd you say no then?
Because we were not compatible long term.
It took you 3 years to find that out.
What did I have?
It didn't take me 3 years to find that out, but I stayed for 3 years because
Okay,
I
listen,
was
wait.
scared. I was
Okay,
scared. I didn't want to hurt his feelings. Like, I'm gonna be.
Can I say something real quick? This is
Yes.
what happens every time, Orange Moon. Every time we try to say our views, they overtalk us. They don't let us talk. They just won't let us get what we have to say out.
Well, they're
And
not
they get
really
mad,
listening to
and then
you.
they try to
No, she's
counteract and
taking,
ask us questions.
she's taking up 90% of the
The
space there. She's
Yeah,
talking
yeah. Real
hella.
Christine, she
Like
was
she's not.
Christina. She was like the
There
Ronan
should be
Fawcett.
points.
If you guys are asking disingenuous questions, dumbass questions that you
Exactly.
know most people would say no to, like, oh, would you date a man that makes $0?
Okay, most
Well, Elon
women
Musk makes
have
$0
similar
because he
thought
has capital
processes.
gains. So that's not a dumb
You-
question.
Sorry that
that's a
question
dumb
offended
question.
you, but it wasn't a
That's a
dumbass
dumb
question.
question. That's a dumb question
He
because
has
who the
stock
fuck
options.
would
He
date
makes no
somebody who
money.
couldn't even support themselves? That don't even make fucking sense. Nobody is gonna date
How old are
somebody
you?
who.
Elon Musk has stock
How
options. He
old
makes
are you,
no
Orange Man?
money.
But see, you notice how I just made a good point and now you just deflect from it? It's because you don't want to have a conversation to
What
win
was your
learn
point?
about each
How
other.
old are you?
Refuted
All
her
you want to
point. I
do
said you
is
don't
just
need
want to.
income to like have means. You
What?
can have stock options. Look at capital gains,
What?
for instance.
Bro, but
Elon
you
Musk.
have to have income at some point to get those stock options. Why are you like what? And when
Men
you
No,
don't
you don't
say
have
care
to have
about a
income.
woman's
You
but
can
money,
get
when
stock
you
man.
say
options.
What
that
are you
somebody
yapping
has
about?
zero income, that is with the assumption
Orange
that
Moon,
that's
how old are
it.
you?
What?
How old are you?
How old are you?
35.
I'm 27.
Cap.
Okay.
Cap. That's
Okay.
What? What is being cap? Anyway, what I'm
Okay.
saying is that y'all love to say, oh, she's yapping, as if talking the whole point of this isn't to talk. But the thing is that ask me a genuine question. Don't ask me a fucking dumbass question that you know the answer to. Just like if I were to ask you, would you date a woman that you consider to be ugly? No, you're not.
The
Like,
difference
of
is,
course,
we'll be honest. Hell no, I
I
ain't dating
was
an ugly
honest.
bitch.
Did I ever say yes? I would date a guy making zero
Well,
income?
yeah,
No, I did
actually,
not.
you did because you
No,
said
I
it's
did
not.
not.
You did because you
I
said
did
it's
not
not.
say that. I
Okay,
did
you
not say
did.
that.
Eva, you can
Hold on.
just jump in at any time. You're gonna have
Okay,
to just jump in. Anyone who
Orange
wants to talk
Moon,
just have to jump in.
you did say that because
I
you said
never
it's
said
not
I
all
would
about
date.
money.
I never said I
If
would
you
date.
would like
It's
stop
not about the
talking
money.
for 1 second, if that's possible for you, you
I
did
can
say.
when you
Single,
stop
bro.
spewing bullshit out your
Okay,
mouth.
can
Then
you
I
stop
can
talking
talk.
for 1 second? Is that possible? Early.
Only if the next thing you say isn't bullshit, then of course if you
Okay,
say some
well,
real shit,
hopefully you
of
won't
course I'm gonna
consider it to be bullshit. But earlier you
okay.
said it's not all about money, right?
Yes, but that doesn't mean that I would date somebody with zero income.
Okay.
Those two things can exist. Like those two things can exist. Those aren't opposing things. Yes, it's not all about the money. I do need somebody with a personality and know that they fucking care about other people and are close to their
And
family.
they need money, right?
They need some money.
Most of all,
Okay.
they need money.
They need
Yeah.
some money. Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
they
There's
need
nothing
some
wrong with
money.
that.
It doesn't mean that they need 100K. It doesn't mean that
Orange.
they need
Orange.
some type of money. They need to be able to support
Miss
themselves.
Moon, Orange Moon.
Yes, sir.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So hearing you talk and whatnot, when did this epiphany hit you that you have to be with someone that has stability in their life before you're willing to make it a long-term thing? Did something happen in a prior relationship where you carried it to the point of exhaustion? Did something like that happen? I'm curious.
Well, when you say, I just want to clarify this, when you say stability, are you meaning financial stability?
Well, that's what you've been saying. So I'm trying to go off of that.
No, so nothing. I didn't have like a relationship that, the person was, well, actually, no. I didn't have a relationship with the person was not financially stable, but I have had people come to me and want to date me. And it was evident that they were not in a good financially stable place. And so for that,
money.
But when did that occur? When did it hit
when
you?
does it occur?
This has to
It
be a
occurs.
staple in my search.
Right.
She stopped getting drink offers at the bar. She hit the wall.
No, really not though. I still get offers, but no. So what it is I was talking to a guy, like in the process of kind of seeing if we would be good to date. And he was talking about how his housing situation was really shaky, like where he was staying at currently. They were like about to kick him out or something like that. And even though I showed empathy to him of like, damn, like that fucking sucks, you know what I mean?
Dennis.
And I even, huh?
No,
Say
go
what?
ahead. My bad.
Hold on, real,
Oh,
real,
okay.
real quick.
Yeah,
Orange Moon,
because
not to Orange
I'm
Moon,
sorry.
real quick, not to cut you off. I
Thank
apologize,
you.
but
Get
Yeah, no, you're good.
hold on, I gotta say this real quick because I'm about to go and do this job, whatever. But guys,
Yeah.
look, I can't take this no more because here's the thing, okay? Y'all, I see myself in a lot of y'all. Y'all literally have been going at this woman's
Here he
neck. She
go.
has not. Hold on, let me just say I gotta say, and I'm gonna go. Give me like 2 minutes, and I'm off here. It's Christina's show. But here's the thing. She's literally came in here. She was respectful from the start. She didn't say nothing. She didn't call none of y'all name. She's literally been respectful. Christina's been respectful. But because you guys hate all women for some reason, the way y'all sound so much, you guys are throwing shots at her. Now y'all talking about her age. Y'all think y'all talking about she don't really look good because she's not married. Like I don't get why you can't just have a respectful conversation. I'm just not gonna allow this woman, I'm assuming a black woman, to be disrespectful on my channel because it's
Thank you.
nasty. She has not said nothing to any of y'all disrespectful. So
Thank you.
clean, I'm
Thank
just
you.
saying, clean. I get it. You're like amped up, but you can't be coming on like that, man, because you're trying to like start a fight to where she's gonna yell at you, you're gonna yell at her. Just be respectful. Treat
Yeah.
her like she's treating y'all. That's all I ask.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you.
please respect Christina and Orange Moon. I'll tell you this: you got to kind of like not be as long-winded like I am right now. You kind of got to let them like respond back, you
Yeah.
know. But you don't got to explain everything. Kind of be direct because it is like what 10 people on here right now. So that's all I'm saying. Just please, man, just show the women respect because it's like a bunch of men attacking these women and it's making me look bad on the channel because I'm allowing it. So that's all I got to say. Thank you all y'all for being on here. I'm out. Peace.